Sometimes you never know where life will take you, so I thought it would be fun and interesting to see when and where you will move next. My name is Jehan, in case you're new to the channel, and today we have 4 piles laid out. Feel free to pick whichever option you feel the most drawn to. We have Palace of Wands, Palace of Swords, Palace of Coins, and Palace of Cups. With this one, I highly suggest just picking 1 or 2 options at the most. And then maybe you can compare and contrast, or who knows, maybe you'll move one place and then right after that you'll move to the next place. Who knows? So again, 1 or 2 options. Per usual, timestamps will be listed down below. And feel free to pause the video if you need more time to pick, but I'm gonna jump right in. So I guess I'll start with Palace of Wands. Scoot these back. Let's set up. Alright, so if you were drawn to Palace of Wands, I have some channeled messages for you. And please remember, these are general messages for like a bunch of people. So just, you know, take the messages that you feel resonate and just ignore the rest. Alright, so for Palace of Wands, I feel as though where you're going to end up moving next is going to be a fixer-upper. I feel as though it's going to be a creative space, or you're going to have enough space to create a space for like a studio, or like, you know, to have like your little creative space. I'm even hearing like a she shed for some of you. I feel as though from wherever you're going to end up moving, you're going to be able to have a very beautiful view of the sunset. It's going to be a very warm place. I feel as though wherever you're going to end up moving is going to be very, very hot. So it could be a tropical or very hot or warm climate, or if it is in a hot or tropical climate, you're going to have really, really hot summers. So in the winter it's going to be cold, but in the summer it's going to be really, really hot. Some of you specifically, you could be moving to a desert terrain. Anywhere where there's a desert terrain. I feel as though you're going to be moving to a very artsy side of town as well. Or some of you could also be moving to any of the fashion capitals of the world. I feel as though you're going to be moving to a very warm environment that would also inspire you to create. So back to the desert energy. Some of you, I feel as though, like I said, you're going to end up moving to a desert terrain. If you're moving to anywhere in the United States, for example, it could be a place like Nevada, Utah, Idaho, some places in Western Oregon, or even Colorado. For those of you who are moving internationally, I'm picking up on places like Morocco, Egypt, Mali, Algeria, Tunisia, anywhere else in North Africa, or somewhere else in the Middle East, somewhere along the Mediterranean Sea or Arabian Peninsula, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Cyprus, Israel. So that's what I have for you guys for channel messages. Let's jump in and see when and where you will move. Ooh, we have the Queen of Wands. So you're an artist. You're someone who's very artsy. You're very creative. So I feel as though your new space will suit you very, very well. I also feel as though you'll be able to express your beauty or your creativity in your new space with the sunflower. I feel as though it'll be a very beautiful space, or like I said, it's a fixer-upper, so you'll be able to fix it up to your liking. Some of you could also be witches or into the occult, or have a lot of esoteric knowledge, or have a spiritual based business or some sort of creative artsy business. Yep, we have the Magician. Some of you are manifesting this space as we speak, and I see this coming into fruition for you. And then we have, ooh, the World. Yeah, I feel as though this is going to be very, very successful, very, very abundant. For some of you, this is you buying your first home, or getting something in your name for the first time, possibly, or without a co-signer, something to that effect. Some of you, I get the sense that you're going to be approved upon good credit. Like, I just feel as though you're manifesting something that'll be like the perfect fit for you at the perfect time. And if not, Spirit is telling you, you have everything that you need to be able to get this space or this home that you want, essentially. Interesting. Some of you, I feel as though you're going to have roses in your new space, or a lot of flowers, a lot of plants growing. It's going to be very well lit. I feel as though you're going to have a view from the mountains from your home. Some of you, I feel as though it could even be a story building, few stories. Some of you could even have a garden or like a veranda, whatever that thing's called. With the World card, definitely, for those of you, I definitely feel as though some of you could definitely be moving internationally. So like I already said, for those of you who are moving internationally, places like Morocco, Egypt, Mali, anywhere in North Africa or somewhere in the Middle East, United Emirates, why do I keep fumbling my words with that? United Arab Emirates, Dubai, somewhere in like Abu Dhabi. I don't know. I feel as though some of you could definitely be moving internationally. Or again, some of you could be moving to any of the fashion capitals of the world. And this is something that you've been trying to manifest. All right, let's get some charms. I don't want this to be too long. Letters can represent places or people, initials, of course. Let's see. Yeah, you're definitely going to end up moving somewhere very warm. We have number 6. Some of you could move within the next 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. Some of you, this could be 6 years. Some of you could have possibly just moved, so you're not going to move for another, 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I see some of you changing the locks or having to fix something up, but I feel as though it's going to be a labor of love. You're going to absolutely love it, like this project. Some of you, I see you planting fruit, strawberries or pineapples, because I said, again, maybe some of you could live in a tropical place where you can grow that kind of stuff. Or if you live in like a desert place, like, you can grow dates and stuff like that. I know, when I lived in Ghana, we used to like buy dates and stuff. And I remember my dad even went to Mecca one time. He went on his pilgrimage and brought back dates, and like I planted them, and they grew like halfway, and then they wouldn't grow anymore, because you need to plant stuff like that in like a desert terrain. So I see you having like a little garden. Some of you, look, with the little half crescent moon and star, you could be moving to a country or a place where there's a large Islamic population. So again, that brings me back to a place like Tunisia, Morocco, Dubai, anywhere in the Middle East for some of you. Even a place like Turkey or anywhere in Africa, like I said, North Africa, where there's a lot of Muslims. Some of you, this could happen in Leo season with the cat. Leo season is anywhere from July 23rd through August 22nd. For some, we have S, T, Y, P, G, N, and B. M as well. M can stand for Morocco. T can stand for Tunisia. N, Nevada. B, Bali. G, Greece. P, Paris. S, you get the Sahara deserts. You get the point. So maybe you can just, it could resonate with you somehow. I see with the flowers, I see you having a lot of flowers growing. Some of you with this little crystal angel aura. I feel as though some of you might need to work with crystals to be able to manifest this faster, or you're going to have crystals all around your home. And I see this being a very sweet and abundant phase of your life. Number 6 in tarot is the Lover's card. So I feel as though it's going to be something that you absolutely love. And I feel as though you may even have an option to choose between 2 homes or 2 spaces. And you literally have 2 cats. So yeah, definitely Leo season. And then we have a swan. Maybe you might have a pond, or you might have like a pond nearby, or a place where you can look at birds nearby your home. All right. Interesting. Let's get channel messages to close the reading. See what else you need to know. Hopefully this was fun. Let me know if this made any sense in the comments. We have a cycle completes. So I feel as though you might end up moving once the cycle in your life completes. We have love from the past. Some of you might end up moving in with the love from the past. We have change in position. Maybe this might happen after a change in position. Your spirit guides are helping you with this. We have flights, international travel. So some of you might end up, like I said, moving overseas. We have short-term change. Some of you, this is going to end up bringing about some sort of short-term change before you end up moving. And there's a need for you to speak up and use your voice. So if this is something that you've been wanting, you know, set the intention, speak it into existence. Some of you, I'm hearing, you're moving because you're marrying. You're moving in because you got married, or you're getting into a stable, serious relationship. So you're moving internationally to be with this person, or vice versa. So this is what I'm picking up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Infinite abundance as always, and you guys will see me in your next reading. Bye. All right, let's take a look at Palace of Swords, when and where you will move next. All right, so I have some channel messages for you. Palace of Swords. I wrote here it is. All right, so I was picking up urban. I feel as though you might end up living somewhere really urban, city life, somewhere where you're gonna have to parallel park. Parking might be a pain, or you might have to pay extra for parking. Somewhere where it's really noisy, a melting pot, a lot of diversity. Some of you might even live or end up moving somewhere where there's like the tech industry. So like a lot of tech companies around. We have public transport, so a lot of public transport, a lot of hustle and bustle. It's going to be really fast paced, really cutting edge. Silicon Valley, I'm picking up. Some of you could also be moving to any of the fashion capitals of the world. I'm picking up on Tokyo, Shanghai, New York, San Diego, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, Amsterdam, Philadelphia, San Antonio, Dallas, San Jose, London, Milan, Paris, Rome, or Berlin. And I feel as though wherever you end up moving to is going to be a very cold place, or if it's not cold all year round, it's going to have like very cold winters, or it could be very rainy. All right. So even somewhere in the Pacific Northwest as well. So let's look at your cards. Palace of Swords. We have the Hierophant. I feel as though where you're going to end up moving is going to have a lot of old relics. A lot of you know how they have those like historic neighborhoods and like historic sites. A lot of museums. Is going to be rich in history, very, very rich in history, very rich in tradition. There also might be like an occult vibe to the city as well, if that makes sense. So the city might have a lot of mystery to it, a lot of myths, or a city, town, wherever you end up moving to. Ooh, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel as though it's going to be a very affluent home, or very affluent neighborhood or town or city you end up moving to, or very affluent part of town you end up moving to. I'm hearing like old money. You're going to live amongst old money. Even if it's urban, you know, like penthouse kind of energy. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And also I'm hearing property value. I feel as though whatever property you end up moving into, it'll be an investment. Even if it's something you're just renting just for a little bit, because I feel it'll be an investment in the sense that it'll put you closer to where you need to be in reference to your work. Some of you could be moving for work with this Hierophant, because typically the Hierophant deals with large institutions. So this could be large companies, large corporations. Again, the tech companies. Some of you could work for a tech company. I'm hearing some of you could land a job with a large company, large corporation, where they're going to pay for all of your expenses to move, and you're going to be very, very stable. Also, again, like I said, the Hierophant deals with with institutions. This could literally also be the institution of marriage. Some of you could be moving because you're getting married. So if you're not the one that works in the tech industry, or if this doesn't really resonate to you, for you, or it's sounding like, what the hell is she talking about? Maybe you might end up meeting someone and getting married to someone where you're going to end up moving into this person's pad or place, and this person lives that way. Very affluent lifestyle. Look at this. This is like some Jetson type shit in the sky. Very futuristic. So I feel as though you're going to live in like a luxury apartment, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors, very contemporary, very updated, you know, shit like that. You know, those kind of apartments, like where they have like everything is smart. You know, you talk to the TV and shit, talk to the lights. I'm sorry, that kind of stuff makes me paranoid. I feel like they're always watching you and shit, that AI. Because one of these days, that computer is going to talk back. Because, you know, Siri already be saying some smart shit. But I digress. Stay focused, Jehan. Stay focused. Too many science fiction movies and conspiracy theories. But anyways. But yeah, I definitely feel as though this environment is going to also change you. You know, like when you're around rich people and rich neighborhoods, it's just the energy is just different. Everybody's like saying hi to you. Everybody's like, just the energy is different. You know what I mean? I feel as though you'll be more inspired to invest in yourself as well, because you go from the 7 to the 9 of Pentacles. Very dope. Very dope. All right, so that's what I'm picking up. Let's take a look at charms to see if we can get a timing, possibly, as to when this might happen. Remember, timing is fluid. That's why different cultures have different timelines, technically. Time doesn't exist. Like, but that's a whole different discussion for a different day. Alright, so let's see. Letters, of course, can represent initials for people, places, or things. When and where you'll move. Okay, so it landed on the number 2. Some of you, this could happen in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, possibly. You could be seeing a lot of 2s. 2s in tarot is a high. 2 in tarot is a high priestess card. Some of you could be tarot readers, own a spiritual business. Maybe your business will afford you this move, or whatever it is that you do using your intuition. For letters, I'm picking up on R, J, D, L, M, Z, N, T, L, J, C, C, I, N. Pearls to me kind of represent illumination. I feel as though this move is going to trigger some sort of spiritual awakening, or it's a gift from the universe for a spiritual lesson that you ended up learning, or something you're going to end up going through. Like I said, your new place, or where you're going to end up moving, is going to be very, very, very beautiful, very regal, very upper class, luxury, opulence. It's going to be brand new, very shiny appliances. And I feel as though where you're going to end up moving, possibly the area is going to allow you to try new things. I see you going to, I mean, I know with this whole pandemic, you know, things are weird, but maybe you might end up being able to go to like the opera, music concerts. And I also feel as though with this kind of reminds me of a skunk. And you know how skunks spray to set their boundaries? I feel as though you're going to be very safe as well, very stable. And you're also going to be in a very safe neighborhood, very fruitful. I feel as though even the energy you're going to be in is going to be very conducive to whatever it is that you do business-wise. Because with the peach, I feel as though you're going to end up harvesting. So you're going to end up possibly earning more money. We have purple flowers. Maybe where you end up moving to, cannabis will be legal as well. It could also be like one of those places that has some sort of musical history to it. So you know how like they say rap is from New York or some shit, you know, shit like that. Maybe you might end up moving to a place where there's some sort of musical history, or where some sort of famous musician is from. And some of you, you might end up moving to Hollywood, LA, with the star, Hollywood. Woo, don't get me started. With this star, that kind of reminds me of the Hollywood Walk of, what's the name of that one? You know what I mean, the where they have the stars. I'm not too interested in Hollywood anymore, but other than that, yeah, that's what I'm picking up. We also have a kitty, so that reminds me of Leo season. Leo season, some of you could end up moving July 23rd through August 22nd, or that date could be relevant. And I never know what this is, so I feel as though there's an element of surprise as well surrounding this whole move, where you're going to end up moving next. So let's get channeled messages to close out the reading. All right, it says partnership. Some of you are going to end up moving because you got into some sort of partnership. It could be marriage, it could be a business partnership. Maybe you're moving to be closer to your business partner or work. We have epiphany and awakening. This move is going to trigger some sort of spiritual awakening within you, or epiphany. You're going to end up moving at the end of the month when this does happen, possibly in 2 years, 2 months. We have more money. What did I say? I feel as though moving will also help you make more money. And look, it literally says change that requires a move. So I feel as though you're going to end up moving when you're faced with some sort of change. And then last but not least, it says a cycle completes. And I guess you're going to end up moving once some sort of cycle in your life completes. So this is what I'm picking up for you guys. Let me know if this made any sense in the comments. Remember, this was just for fun. Infinite abundance as always. And you guys will see me in your next reading. Bye. All right, let's take a look at where and when you will move next. So we have Palace of Coins. Let's see. I have some channeled messages for you guys that I wrote down. Okay, so we have off-grid living. Some of you, I feel as though you're going to end up downsizing. Some of you are opting for the whole minimalistic lifestyle. Some of you want to be more self-sufficient. So I see you creating your own farm or living on farmland or near a farm. I have plush tiny home, but not on wheels. Coins energy is more stable, so I feel as though even if you opt for a tiny home or a van, I feel as though you're going to be more stationary. I don't see you moving around as much, but your tiny home is going to be very, very luxurious, very beautiful. Man, some of those tiny homes and RVs are nice as hell. Out in the numbers, so that's kind of slang for you living out and far away, possibly in the suburbs. Out in the numbers, because like I live in Oregon, and like some of the streets go up to like 425th, you know, 587th Street type shit, you know what I mean? So that's like living out in the numbers. I feel as though you're going to end up moving out in the boonies, out in the country, in the suburbs. Some of you might end up moving to where you live in a cul-de-sac at the end of the road. A lot of greenery, plants, and farmland. You might live at the dead end of a road too, so there's less traffic on the side of your street. Some of you, I'm picking up Pacific Northwest vibes, Rocky Mountains. If you're moving somewhere in the United States, I was picking up on Maine, New Hampshire, American Samoa, West Virginia, Vermont, Alabama, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Virginia, New York, Massachusetts. And for those of you who are going to end up moving internationally, I was picking up on Russia, Brazil, Canada, China, Indonesia, Peru, India. In Africa, Senegal, Guinea, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, parts of Central and South Africa. Whew, let me take a sip of water. Remember, these are general messages for a ton of people. So just take the messages you feel make sense and ignore the rest. We're having fun, right? Okay, let's see. Man, my camera cut off. And I was like sitting here talking for like a good 5 minutes. But anyways, as I was saying before my camera really interrupted me, let's see. We have Judgment. So I feel like some of you are going to end up moving back to your place of origin, a place you've already been, possibly a place you grew up, or just your hometown possibly. You're going to end up moving back with this Judgment because this represents resurrection. Some of you, you're going to end up moving back to a place you thought you would possibly never move back to, or a place you never thought you'd have a chance to go back to. Some of you, this could be in a mountainous region, because you can see all the mountains behind them. Excuse me. I also feel as though for some of you, if this isn't a place you lived at in the past, like like in this lifetime, it could have been in a past life. And like I say that because when I first moved to Oregon, it just, a lot of places, even though I had never been here prior, just seemed really familiar. Like I would walk into somebody's house and I'd feel like I had been there before, you know. Like I remember I lived in this house where I had roommates, and like the home, I think it was like built in the 40s, and like it just seemed, I was constantly having deja vu in there. So I digress. I feel as though maybe you're going to end up moving back to a place that your soul has literally, you know, lived before. We have the 9 of Wands. And then we have Death. Some of you, you're going to be guarded against moving back to this place as well. Some of you, I feel as though there's going to be some sort of ending that happens. You're almost to the verge of that ending. I feel like where you're going to get called home. Something's going to happen back home where you're going to have to move back home possibly. Some of you with this 9, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens within the next 9 months, 9 weeks to 9 months. Some of you, this move isn't going to happen until you complete some sort of certain cycle that you're currently in right now. Once that cycle ends that you're currently in right now is when you're going to end up moving back to this place that you've been, or this place of this back home, or your place of origin. Interesting. Some of you, I feel as though you're going to end up moving in with a past love, someone from the past. Some of you, this is someone you grew up with, like a childhood love. Strong Scorpio energy with the Judgment and the Death card. Some of you, this could be you or this person could be a Scorpio or Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Or you could even be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I feel as though your home's going to be very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Very bright. A lot of plants. A lot of vegetation. A lot of animals will come around. I even see you feeding animals. You might even adopt like a family of deer or some shit. Or like squirrels or lizards. I don't know. Or birds. I feel as though they're going to come around your home a lot. And you're going to leave food out for them. I also see you having like a very beautiful little farm as well. A lot of plants, because look, it looks like he's doing some sort of yard work. So I feel as though you're going to be doing a lot of yard work where you end up moving. And I feel as though this is something that is divinely guided with that angelic figure. This is something that you've been hoping, praying, and wishing for. Because, you know, with the 9 of Wands, that's sometimes viewed as the wounded soldier. Some of you have been through hell and back. Some of you, maybe, I'm hearing you were homeless, had to sleep on people's couches. You just weren't really that stable. Living paycheck to pay rent, robbing Peter to pay Paul, however that expression goes. So I definitely feel as though things will definitely change for you, and there will be a lot of growth. I see you really, really establishing yourself, and I see your ancestors clapping for you and applauding you, because this is what they wanted for you ultimately. And I even see some of you setting up an altar for your ancestors, or honoring your ancestors. Or having a little space in your room where you go to study or meditate or just have time for yourself. Some of you, I see an uncompleted structure that is left for you that you're going to end up building on top of. Or some of you have uncompleted building, or you have land back home where you're from, and I see you building. It's not finished, but I see you constantly adding and wanting to build and add to it. Little by little. I see really I feel there's a lot of DIY energy for this too, like a fixer-upper energy, or even if you're hiring people to do it, I definitely feel as though there's going to be a lot of building. And definitely with this Death card, a lot of transformation and metamorphosis. I feel as though you're really going to transform and transform your space, change whatever space it is. Some of you, I even see you having mushrooms growing. Mushrooms will be growing. I don't know if they'll be psychedelic, but like, you know, definitely wild mushrooms growing. Maybe an owls, deers come by, a lot of wildlife. You have different wild berries. I see wild berries growing. And I feel as though this would change your life. Like literally, this will literally transform you. You know, some of you, you never knew you like gardening until this, or until this happens. You're going to be outside just tending to your garden, or something that you didn't know you actually enjoyed, something you didn't know you needed, will turn out to be very therapeutic to you and for you. Some of you, you just building your house will be therapeutic for you, because it'll be your kingdom. All right, let's take a look at your charms. Letters, of course, can represent initials for people, places, or things. Maybe we can get a timeline as well as to when you might end up moving. Let's do this too. We have number 4 and number 5. 4 represents stability and number 5 represents change. So that can definitely represent change and your stability. So I feel as though a lot of you, this could happen soon for you. You are on the verge of a change within your stability. Some of you are going to end up moving somewhere else. And then after you move somewhere else is when you're going to end up moving to what I just described. Some of you will see a lot of 4s, 444, or 555s when it's about to happen. Oh, we have 2 teddy bears. Yeah, so I feel as though some of you, this might happen as a couple. You might end up moving in with someone, or you might end up building together with someone. We have an umbrella, so some of you might end up moving in the fall or in the rainy season, or to a place where there's a lot of rainforest. We have V-L-N-V-A-A-L-A-Y. Somebody, ooh, that's crazy. See, it says envy, so I feel as though somebody's going to be envious of the situation. They're going to be wondering why this is happening for you. But it's because of your faith and your optimism and your faith in God and Creator and the universe. Some of you with this Leo, cats kind of remind me of Leo energy. We have a black and white cat, yin-yang energy, duality. Some of you might end up moving in with someone that you're fated and destined to be with. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or someone that's at a distance or overseas. Some of you might end up moving in the summer months, July 23rd through August 22nd, Leo season. With the seashell, you might end up moving by a beach or by water or overseas. This is something that you've been hoping and praying for. And then 5 plus 4 equals 9. So again, there's another. Remember, you had the 9 of Wands earlier. I'll show it to you again. And then you have 9 again. So 10 represents combination, completion. So I feel as though you're almost to a point where you're going to complete a cycle, and then you're going to end up moving. And with the 2 teddy bears, I feel as though you're going to be extremely comfortable in this new home or new space. Some of you are going to end up getting a cat, 2 pets, 2 cats. Some of you could be moving to a place where it rains a lot, like the Pacific Northwest, or moving from, to or from. All right, let's get some channeled messages. All right, let's see. We have facial hair, mustache. So maybe you or someone you're dealing with, or the person you're going to end up moving in with, has facial hair, mustache, or a beard. It's going to be a wish fulfillment. There's a need for you to change your outlook. Like I said, have faith, be optimistic. It's like sometimes I'll have a reading where like it'll be dope ass energy, bomb ass energy, good things coming, and like people will really be like, oh, that's not gonna happen to me, miracles can never happen for me. It's just like, really? Okay, fine, then it's not meant for you. It's meant for those that miracles will happen to. Shit. Look, you literally have a move or a relocation. So you know, life isn't all doom and gloom. It really isn't. If you want it to be, it will. We have major decision. So you're going to be faced with some sort of major decision. We have financial payment. I feel as though you're going to end up receiving some sort of large sum of money or financial payment that will help you manifest this. So Spirit is saying have rest from anxiety and fear. Like I said, life isn't always doom and gloom. I just saw 1111. We have new job opportunity. Maybe this will come in the form of a new job opportunity that will afford you this. We have road trip, short travel. Maybe there might be some sort of short travel. Maybe just to go see the house, for instance, or the space before you end up moving or committing to it, for example. And then last but not least, we have near future. So some of you, this is coming in for you rather rapidly, and it's going to happen in the near future. So this is what I'm picking up for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if this made any sense. Infinite abundance as always, and you guys will see me in your next reading. Bye. Oh, if you were drawn to the Palace of Cups, let's take a look at when and where you will end up moving next. All right, so I have some channeled messages for you. So I feel as though wherever you're going to end up moving next is going to be a very cool and serene environment. It could possibly even be like a waterfront property or near a body of water, like the ocean, near a river, creek, or lake. Some of you could be literally moving to like a rainforest or a place where it rains a lot. Some of you could be moving to the opposite of that. So you could be moving to like an island. Or any type of coastal city, town, or country. So I was picking up Connecticut, places like California, Hawaii, Delaware, Florida, Canada, Australia, Spain, Fiji, Greece, Bali, Malaysia, the Philippines, Jamaica, and the Virgin Islands. Interesting. And remember, these are messages for a ton of people, so just ignore what doesn't make sense to you. All right. So let's take a look at your cards. We have the Emperor. Wow. I see you being literally the king of your palace. The Emperor is all of the kings wrapped up in one. So for some of you, this is coming in after an increase or job promotion, some sort of increase in your finances. Some of you have a lot of occult or esoteric knowledge. So this is something that you manifested on your own. The Emperor is the father of the deck, the husband of the deck. So some of you, this is something that you manifested with your partner. Or some of you could be moving in with an Emperor figure. Some of you could be moving away from the city or to a city. So maybe you might be, in one of those apartments in the city where you see the city skyline and you see the river and all the bridges and, shit like that for some of you. Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is fated and destined. This was meant to happen. I feel as though this is going to happen through some sort of serendipitous events. It'll be like the domino effect. One thing that happens that'll cause a series of events that'll end up leading you to your new space. Some of you, I see you having an aquarium or having a pool as well in your home, or having a jacuzzi or a pond or a boat, a yacht of some sort. Definitely a lot of aquatic vibes. Or maybe, the river is like right down the street type shit. I definitely feel there's a lot of water energy. With the Wheel of Fortune, I definitely feel as though this is going to be high value property or, luxury, opulent. It's going to be a step up with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing it's going to be a step up than what you've had before or what you're used to. No offense. Yeah, see? Ooh, nice. We have the Empress. Wow, you have the Emperor and the Empress. So yeah, some of you, this is fated and destined. You're going to end up moving in with the soulmate or someone you were fated and meant to be with, or a husband, a wife, a fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, that'll end up leading to that long-term potential. Someone is giving you a key to their home. Someone, this maybe for some of you, this is someone you have children with. For some of you, you work in the beauty industry, you work in the music industry, or you work doing something in a creative capacity. Hair, makeup, nails, tarot, YouTube, I don't know. My bad, I didn't mean to kick you. With the Wheel of Fortune, I feel as though for some of you, this has been long overdue, and things are finally turning in your favor. And definitely, like, you see it yourself, the Emperor and the Empress. And this is actually from 2 separate decks. So some of you are this is like power couple vibes. This is, you know, you're going to end up moving in with someone, with a partner. All right. Let's take a look at your charms. Let's see if we can get a timeline. Remember, time is fluid. You know they're fucking with the time in Switzerland with CERN and shit. With those big ass hydrogen colliders. With the Mandela effect. So time, you know, time is all crazy. So that shit is no conspiracy. That shit is real. Alright, but I digress. Letters, of course, can represent initials, people, places, or things. I'm telling you, when you find out what the global elite are up to, that shit makes you so mad. You be wanting to cuss somebody out. But I digress. Ooh, number 6. Some of you, this could happen within the next 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months. Some of you, maybe in 6 years, possibly. Maybe for some of you, maybe you just moved. So we have K, G, P, V, I, R, B, A, K, E, B, O, K, N, T, W, Q. Some of you could be a teacher or with someone who teaches, or an educator, or there could be a college or school nearby in your neighborhood where you end up moving to. With citrine, citrine is, to me, is value, something of value, money. So maybe, let me get another dice roll. 6 years seems like a lot. Oh, ooh, look, you can't make this shit up. You got 6 again. Yeah, so 6, something about 6. 6 in tarot is Lover's card. I feel as though you might end up having to choose between 2 properties. With carrots, I feel as though maybe you might end up having your own little farm, a vegetable farm. Maybe you might end up moving in the fall. I see a lot of trees as well, possibly in your home, or you have having a lot of plants, even if it's just succulents or whatever they're called. And something about music. So maybe someone you're dealing with could be in the music industry, or maybe you're going to end up moving to like one of those musical cities where there's a lot of musical history. Maybe where it's a famous musician is from, possibly. Or maybe you might even have, you know, someone as a neighbor who is a musician. You never know. 6 plus 6 equals 12. That could be 12 months from now, a year. Some of you can end up moving in a year. With the carrot, I feel as though your new space will have a basement or something about underground. You could have an apple tree, live near an apple orchard. I see you having gemstones all around your house, and specifically work with some citrine to help you attract this and manifest this. All right, so we have speak up and use your voice. Speak this into existence. If this is something that you want, speak up. It says secret revealed. I feel as though there's going to be some sort of secret revealed in reference to the situation. It says ending of toxic relationships and habits. I feel as though you'll end up being able to move faster once you end any toxic habits or relationships. Toxic habits, for example, can be you spending too much. You know you want to buy a home, you know you want to move, but you keep buying bullshit. You know, you keep buying Fashion Nova, you know, I mean, don't come and sue me, Fashion Nova, but you know what I mean. You can buy Fashion Nova, but like shit, save some of the money and use it to, you know, further your stability, or like create generational wealth. We have good news and love and money. I see you having good news and love and money coming in, possibly in the near future. So yeah, for some of you, this could happen in 6 years if you keep slacking and if you're not serious, but it could happen sooner if you just, you know, save and pay attention to your angels, follow the signs and synchronicities. It says epiphany and awakening. I feel as though some of you are going to have an epiphany and awakening, and it's going to cause some sort of major ending. Maybe you're going to decide not to spend your money on bullshit, or maybe you're going to decide to end a relationship that wasn't serving you, just so that you can invest in yourself and your future and finally move into this home or into this new space. Yeah, look, you see, 1 year from now. And then last but not least, we have love from the past. Some of you, the person you're going to end up moving in with is going to be a love from the past. And this isn't going to be someone toxic. This is going to be someone that was divine, like a divine counterpart, someone that was, you know, meant to be with you, someone who will treat you really well and provide that stability that you need. So this is what I'm picking up for you. I hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments if this made any sense. In the meantime, infinite abundance as always, and you guys will see me in your next video, your next reading or video. Bye.